Hello viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel English for Intermediate Classes. This is Deepak Kumar Best, lecturer GIC Chorashan, Chamoli, Uttarakhand. Today we are going to discuss the summary of The Tiger King, a short story by Kalki. First of all, the introduction of the lesson The Tiger King. The Tiger King is a short story by Kalki. Short story is an invented prose narrative shorter than a novel, usually dealing with few characters and aiming at unity of effect and often concentrating on the creation of mood rather than plot. As short story is mostly a short narrative and has few features, the standard features include exposition, complication, crisis, climax, and resolution of the crisis. However, it is not essential that all short stories follow the same pattern. Five key elements that go into every great short story, that is character, setting, conflict, plot, and theme. A short story is fully developed story which is shorter than a novel and longer than a fable. It typically takes just a single sitting for reading. Short story focuses on the incidents, bigger or smaller, and evokes a strong feeling from its readers. A short story often has a few characters and a single and simple plot. The short story Tiger King is a satire on the pride and stubbornness of those in power. The writer takes us to the days of autocratic and eccentric kings. These kings lived under the thumb rule of British, hence they fear them. Most of the time, the rulers were not interested in serving the people and working for the welfare of the public. Instead, they spent their time in foolish pursuits. They flouted all laws and bent them to suit their selfish interests. The Maharaja of Pratibandhapuram tried to belie what was written in his fate. He tried to negate his destiny. The chief astrologer had predicted that the cause of his death would be a tiger. The king tried his best to negate his prediction. His campaign of tiger hunting was very successful. All his strategies and wise plans worked till he killed 99 tigers. But the 100th tiger eluded him till his death. The irony of fate brings quite an unexpected end of the Maharaja. The hero who killed 99 tigers couldn't kill the only one that was left. The last tiger he thought to be dead survived. The king's bullet had missed its mark. Ironically, the 100th tiger which caused his death was not a ferocious beast of blood and flesh. It was a wooden tiger. One of the splinters of wood pierced his right hand and caused infection and a suppurating sore. It ultimately led to his death. Themes of the Tiger King. Nature has made every being to serve an special purpose of maintaining the ecological balance on the earth. That's what makes Earth, our motherland, an inhabitable planet. Animals and birds are as much part of the nature as human beings. The destruction of or haphazard killing of one species may not only lead to its extinction, but it will adversely affect the ecological balance. Those animals which serve as food for the wild animals will increase in large number if the beasts of prey are wiped out. Each species, howsoever fierce, deadly, ferocious, or poisonous, has its role in maintaining ecological balance in nature. Characters in the story The Tiger King. First one is the Tiger King, a hero of the story, the protagonist of the story, the Maharaja of Pratibandhapuram, also known as His Highness Jamidar General Khilidar Major सतव्याघ्र संहारी महाराजाधिराज विश्वभुवन सम्राट सर जिलानी जंग जंग बहादुर MEDECTC और CRCK और क्राउन प्रिंस one is crown prince you can say was the king, the Tiger King was born as crown prince. He was a 10-day-old baby who later became the Maharaja of Pratibandhapuram. Second is chief astrologer, a royal foreteller of the state. Third is Durai, means chief or leader in Tamil. Fourth is British high-ranking officer and his secretary. Fifth is Diwan, the chief administrative officer of Maharaja. And sixth is Duraisani, the wife of the high-ranking British officer, a greedy woman who takes all the 50 or so diamond rings for herself. Now, summary of the lesson, The Tiger King. The Maharaja Sir Jilani Jang Jang Bahadur was called Tiger King when he was just 10 days old. He asked intelligent questions to the astrologers and was told that he would be killed by a tiger. He uttered, "Let's tiger beware." No other miracle took place. The child grew like any other royal child, drinking white cow's milk. He was taught by an English tutor and looked after by an English nanny. He watched English films. When he was 20, he was crowned as king. It was then the prediction of his death by the tiger reached the Maharaja's ear, and he in turn to safeguard himself killed a tiger. And being thrilled, he told the astrologer, who replied that he can kill 99 tigers but should be careful with the 100th. He pledged that all other affairs of the state would be attended after killing the 100th tigers. Then he started killing tigers. None except Maharaja was allowed to hunt tigers. A high-ranking British officer visited the state that was fond of hunting tigers, and his wish was declined. The officer requested for getting a photograph with a tiger killed by Maharaja, and this request was also rejected. So to please the officer's wife, he sent 50 diamond rings, expecting that she would take one or two. Instead, she kept all the rings costing 3 lakh rupees and sent thanks to Maharaja. But his estate was secured. In 10 years, he killed 70 tigers and didn't find any in Pratibandhapuram, so he decided to marry a girl from a royal estate which had more tigers to complete his target. Whenever he visited his in-laws, he killed 5-6 tigers, so he killed 99 tigers and was feverishly anxious to kill the 100th, but couldn't find one. News about the presence of a tiger near a village proved disappointing. He asked his diwan to find a tiger, otherwise faces anger. Now the diwan was afraid of losing his job, so he visited People's Park in Madras and brought an old tiger and placed it in the forest and informed the Maharaja. The Maharaja took great care and shot the tiger and left the place with great triumph. The bullet did not hit the tiger, but out of fear, tiger had collapsed. Now the staff killed the tiger and brought it in grand procession. It was the third birthday of Maharaja's son, and he wanted to buy a present from the toy shop. He bought a wooden tiger, which was poorly carved. While the Maharaja was playing with the prince, a tiny sliver or splinter of the wooden tiger pierced his right hand, which later on caused his death. Thus, the 100th tiger takes his final revenge upon the Tiger King. This is all the summary of the short story The Tiger King by Kalki. That's it. Thank you and goodbye.